Ohio. Right next to the Air Force Museum, my father was in the Air Force, there was this river, and our church had a picnic. At that picnic, I saw that alongside of the river were signs on the fence saying, river is toxic, don't go in, causes disease and cancer and stuff. That was gross enough. Then we're out there playing baseball on the baseball diamond, and under the fence comes this rat with tumors. This is the size of the rat. The tumors were like this big. They were green, red, purple, really, really gross. So the weird thing was the rat just ran right down to the pitcher's mound and started circling it. And I thought, wow, how did I know to go there? So I don't tell people what happened to the rat, but I tell you, I did feel sorry for it. After they were done with it, someone picked it up by the tail and threw it over the fence back into the river. It was horrible. Now, right across the river was a 7-Up bottling plant. And it affected me so much seeing that I really couldn't drink 7-Up for years, even free 7-Up. It just seemed gross to me because here it is next to this river. Now, that was second grade. Fifth grade, we got involved in the environmental movement, and I did my part. We came up with slogans. A girl in my class came up with "Join the Pollution Revolution." I took my wagon all through the woods and collected glass and bottles and stuff and took it to the Boy Scouts. But that's not the only thing. A little bit later, we moved to New York, and we were driving to Ohio to visit my grandparents. And we thought, well, let's go for a swim in Lake Erie. Well, about 30 miles from Lake Erie, there's this horrible smell. And as we got closer and closer, everybody smiles, all excited about the trip, turned to frowns. We pulled up to the lake, and there's this jetty sticking out like this. And upwind of the jetty was this like green sludge with like dead fish floating in it and flies. And on the beach, skeletons of fish everywhere. Lake Erie was dead. Very sad. So after that, they came up with the Clean Water Act. And companies that dumped were responsible to clean up after themselves. It just makes sense. Also, that river, the Cuyahoga River, caught fire and burned for like a week and a half, a couple of years before. And I looked it up when I went to school. Years later, I saw these newspaper articles. That river had caught fire like 5 times. And the newspaper articles were only concerned about how many boats burned up, saying nothing about the animals. So I'm thankful that where I live now in Phoenix, Arizona, the rats that I see are very healthy. I take pictures of them. I admire their beautiful fur. And tell you what, a rat doesn't gross me out anymore. And I never want to see animals with tumors that humans are causing.